Hello students and parents. In this video assignment, we will be going over our science project slash lesson for today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first things first, please put your date on your page. This helps Ms. Kwasa and I know when the project was done. We did it today earlier, so that's why I'm putting the 27th, but if you did it on a day that was not the 27th, please put the date in which you did it. So this project is called the Properties Project. And in the Properties Project, we will be using different objects found around our house to show what each property in the world is. We've been talking about properties and objects with different properties all week, and we're going to continue talking about that into the next following weeks. But for this project, we wanted to do something a little bit more hands-on and fun. So I don't have extras of the materials, but I will show you what a 3D version looks like and then what a drawn version looks like. So for our first object we did was a rock. So we have a rock here, and we took a rock, and that is supposed to symbolize mountains, because mountains are very large. They can't move them really. So we drew a rock. So let me get this marker. Here we go. So for large, we drew a rock. Well, we glued a rock onto our book. And so this is going to represent large. Houses are also very large, and we can't move those. Buildings, cars, all of those objects are very large objects that we see from day to day. So that is what we drew for large. The next object we did was cereal, actually. And cereal, you can do whatever cereal you want. I did, let's do a different color. I did Rice Chex because that's what I had at home. But we did cereal for our next part here. So cereal, and that's supposed to represent small. So I'm going to just draw the cereal that I had. Now, like cereal, other small objects are blueberries, pebbles, fingernails. All of that is very small. And so those were just some example objects that we talked about with students for small objects. Okay, that's a property that objects have is size, which is small and large. Okay, so another property we have is heavy. Now for heavy, we had asked students to get a bottle cap. So here you see this is a bottle cap, what you'd see on a, trying to get you a better angle, a water bottle. But some students had a container for like a peanut butter jar or a soda or orange juice or milk, any type of bottle cap. And the bottle cap is supposed to represent heavy. Now it's heavy because when you have a bunch of water bottles put together like in a case, when you go to the store and buy a case of water, it's really heavy and you can't pick it up. And same thing when you buy a lot of soda, or when you buy a large quantity or a large amount or a lot of a liquid, it's going to be pretty big and pretty heavy. So that's why Ms. Klassa and I decided to use heavy as the symbol for a bottle cap. Okay, so that's heavy. Next is color, and for color we asked students to draw a rainbow. So I'm just going to quickly draw a rainbow, because in a rainbow we have all sorts of colors. So there's red, orange. We also did a project the other day. Well, not project, but we did an assignment the other day going over all the different colors. So if you haven't done that one yet, please do, because that was also a really fun assignment to do as well with color. So I'm just filling in my rainbow. Blue. And purple. Okay, so there's my rainbow, and rainbows are the best way to show color because we see all colors in a rainbow. Okay, next we had was shape. Shape was the next property that we went over, and we asked students to collect pasta. It could be any type of pasta. Some students had curly pasta, some students had like macaroni, some students had really big pasta, some students used like lasagna, which is really cool. So pasta comes in lots of different shapes, and the best way to represent shape was with pasta because of how many different ways it comes in. So like other objects, like mountains are have a point on them, so they look like a triangle. Balls are circular. The cereal I have here is a square. So that was just a couple examples for shape. So we did pasta for shape. Next we have is texture, and texture we use tinfoil. And what we did with the tinfoil is we got all the tinfoil, we had a little piece of tinfoil, really small piece, and we crumpled it all up into a little ball and then opened it up again, and it got all the wrinkles, and it was kind of pointy and it wasn't smooth, but if we rubbed it, it would be smooth. And so it showed us all different textures on our tinfoil. So I'm going to just draw a little thing of tinfoil, and on the tinfoil it had all different textures in it. Wrinkly, it wasn't smooth, and that was really cool, and kids really liked that one as well. So you can do tinfoil, and that is going to represent texture. So other textures are sticky, slimy, smooth, rough, soft, spiky. Those are a couple other examples of what texture is and can be found in other objects. Another, actually our last property that we went over was light. So weightless, you can pick it up easy, like a marker or a pencil or a bracelet. Usually bracelets are pretty light. Even a glue bottle doesn't weigh a lot. So what we did is we did a cotton pad or a cotton ball for our, that's my best at drawing a cotton ball or even a cotton pad. But that's what we did for light, meaning it doesn't weigh a lot. So that's what we did for light. Cotton balls, cotton pads, anything that is really easy to pick up. You can do a tissue, a napkin, a paper towel. Any of those would work for light. So these are all the properties that we did today in our project. Students glued on the properties except for color. Color was the only one we didn't glue anything for, but rock for large, small is cereal, heavy was a bottle cap, color was a rainbow, shape was different types of pasta, texture was tinfoil, and light was cotton balls or pieces of cotton, like in a cotton pad or something, and we stretched it out. So that's what we did for our project. And if you want to draw them, you can draw it, or you can do it where you glue it on there with all these objects. If you have any questions about the objects we used, please feel free to message Ms. Kalasa and I, and we will gladly let you know the list of all the objects. So if you have any questions, please let us know, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.